Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about the Tombow Cottage set, so let's jump right into it. So today I'm talking about the Tombow Cottage palette. Now this is one of their newer configurations that I am personally really excited about. This came out a couple years ago, I think maybe early last year, and I realized I had all the colors already, so I thought I would show it to you guys. The first color is the color Blush in 772, which is one of my all-time favorite Tombow colors. The one you see now is Opal number 910, and this is one of the newer colors that they released a few years ago. That was an addition to their existing line. I like to use that color as a base for my designs, and I'll show you that a little bit later. Next we have Chrome Orange number 993, and this is a really nice muted orange with a lot of brown in it, and I really like this color actually. Next we have Gold Ochre in number 946, and this is a deeper orange that really does give you that feeling of a gold. I like it because it provides a nice contrast to the really light pastel colors that we have seen so far and really fills a nice gap in the palette. One thing I really love about this palette is the greens that they chose to include. So this color is Asparagus number 192, and it's a nice cross between a forest green and mint. It's really pretty, and I like this color a lot. Next we have 312 or Holly Green, and this is a beautiful darker cooler green that I just love. This is wonderful in your holiday cards and botanical designs. Next we have Sand in number 992, and this is a really nice warm beige color that again is super versatile and really plays well with the rest of the colors in this palette. A lot of times you think these neutrals are boring, but they really play an important part in a palette and in grounding all of your other super pretty colors. Next we have True Blue in number 526, and this is a really beautiful color that makes me think of blue jeans. It's just exactly what it says. It's a true blue, it's cool, it's darkened, and yet it has those hints of that bright pretty blue that we all love. Next is Dark Plum, and this is in number 679, and it's almost a dark gray. It's so blackened, but it does have that hint of purple that makes it unique. Next is Port Red or number 757, and this is one of my favorite colors in the palette as well. This is another color that would be great in holiday cards. It's just so beautiful. It's that beautiful burgundy wine color. So now I'm showing you the entire palette all together, swatched out so that you can see how the colors look together and get an idea of the way the palette feels. Remember that Tombow markers are water-based, so you could easily use these as watercolors, and I have quite a few times. So I'm going to create a quick little demo, just lettering and blending the colors in the word cottage, because that's what it made me think of. I'm using the opal color as the base of my design, which I do a lot when I'm doing watercolor blending. And it's just a fantastic way to get the form of your letters in something that's light enough that won't be seen in the end product, but that will allow you to have a guide as you're blending your feature colors together. Because this is in the same color family as that blush and port red that I'm using to blend, it just works really well together. So I'm taking the blush color at the top of my letters and the port red color on the bottom of my letters, and I'm just using those back and forth to blend them into each other, and that gives you that fun, blended, dramatic, like dipped letters into a liquid kind of look. This makes it look fun and tie-dye, and it's just a little fun exercise that you can do with these Tombow markers. Like I said before, this would make an excellent watercolor traveling set because it allows you to use your colors in a very versatile way, and it also makes it super easy to travel because your paints aren't wet. You can just quickly put the cap back on your markers and throw them in your bag and move right along and not have to worry about emptying water out or traveling with, those kinds of things. All you need to have is some watercolor paper, these markers, and a water brush, and you're set to go, and you get some really beautiful looks. That being said, these are not light fast colors, but this is a great way to just paint on the go and also have that versatility of lettering and drawing with the markers themselves because they work fantastically well as that also. I have actually taken Tombow markers on a plane with me and been able to paint and letter on the plane and not have to worry about any mess or spilling anything, and it was a really nice way to pass the time, and I didn't even notice the flight. So once I had my colors blended as well as I could get them, I went ahead and grabbed that dark plum color and created a drop shadow effect to all of my letters. I took advantage of that brush pen and used it to create some thicks and thins, which just makes it look a bit more dramatic and dynamic. As I usually state in any of my brush pen videos, I like to have a fine liner on hand to really ground those colors. They tend to lack contrast sometimes, and having a fine liner or a black marker can really help bump up the contrast of your palette and make those colors go even further. So I used a micron pen, which of course is not included in this palette, in the size 0.03 to create a tight outline all around my letters. I really wanted to demonstrate the rest of these markers and how they work together, so I decided to create some fun little botanicals around the word in order to use the other markers. So that first color was the holly green, and I used that to create some stems. And then I took the asparagus color to create my leaves. And I really like how these two greens work together because one is warmer and one is cooler, so it really provides a nice contrast with each other. Then I took that sand color and created some stems for berries. I used the chrome orange to create the berries themselves, and then I added some dimension by adding the gold ochre over top to create that divot or shadow in the berries. Then I took that true blue color and just added a quick little stem through the leaves, and it actually worked really well. It provided enough contrast while also looking different. Next, I wanted to really show that opal color off because it is a really pretty color on its own, and just by layering over itself, you can create some dimension and contrast. I used that opal color to create a little flower and then used the holly green to draw some leaves for it. So I must say I'm really impressed by this collection from Tombow. I think it's a beautiful palette. Personally, I love these types of colors, but more importantly, as a palette itself, I feel like it provides a really great range of colors. You have your light colors, you have your mid-range colors, and you also have really nice darks to provide contrast and balance among all of the colors themselves. So I highly recommend this palette. Let me know if you decide to pick it up and what you think of it. Subscribe and stay a while, and let me know what videos you would like to see from me in the future. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.